Hello everyone, welcome to Honara's Arts and Lifestyle channel. In today's video, I will be showing you on how to do Shivling Alankaram using sandalwood paste. To do the Shivling Alankaram using sandalwood paste, the items that we need are something like this. We will be needing sandalwood powder or chandan powder, which looks something like this. I purchased this from Amazon and this has got a very good review. So I'll be leaving a link for all of these items in the description box of the video. And along with that, we will also be needing yellow colored chandan paste. Okay. So if I open it and I show you, this is how the chandan paste looks like. So we will be needing this also. And the brand for this is Haridarshan Pure Kumkum Chandan. This is also available in Amazon. Again, I'll leave a link for this also. And we will also be needing kumkum paste. Now, many of you may be having different views that we shouldn't be using kumkum and turmeric for Shivling. But let me tell you something. Shivling or Lord Shiva means Ardhanarishwar. So Goddess Parvati has merged into Shivling, and there is nothing wrong even if we offer kumkum and turmeric for Shivling. And this is something which is very widely followed in all the temples, and in fact there are stotrams which talk about Abhishekam of Shivling using turmeric and kumkum. So there is nothing wrong if we use it, and in case if you feel like that is not the tradition which has been followed in your family and you really don't want to offer kumkum and turmeric to Shivling, then you can as well use watercolored paints which look something like this. You can use it from any brand, you can use it from Fevicryl or any other brand also, but make sure that it is watercolors so that it adheres very well on top of chandan. Okay. And you will also be needing black colored water paint, or otherwise in case if you want to go for natural items, then you can also use an eyeliner or a kajal, but it should be in the liquid form. Now, along with all of these items, we will also be needing vibhuti in the powdered form. And in case if you don't have vibhuti in the powdered form, you can as well use a vibhuti gatti which looks like this. This is a very old vibhuti and I don't use it for puja anymore. So that is the reason why I use this vibhuti to make it in the powdered form. So I'll be showing you on how to make it in the powdered form just in case if you have got a vibhuti like this. And you will also be needing zero sized round brush. Okay. And you will also be needing a plate to mix the colors. So let me start the alankaram. The first and the foremost thing we need to do is mix this chandan powder with little bit of water. So to start with, we are going to need good quantity of this chandan powder. So that is why I have taken a big bowl over here. And I will be pouring some very good quantity inside. And to mix this, we'll have to mix this into a thick paste. Again, we are going to need good quantity of water to mix it. So this is the consistency of the sandalwood paste that we need. Okay. So if you look at it, it is almost like, we mix rice flour with water. Okay. And now you will have to take little bit of quantity of the sandalwood paste and you'll have to start sticking it onto lingu like this. Start flattening it in this way. I'm not going to stick the sandalwood paste over here because I need this area to put some of the jewelry. Now I have covered this area with the sandalwood paste. In the similar way, let us cover the rest of the area as well. So now you can see that I have done the alankaram for entire shivling. I have desperately not put the sandalwood paste over here and here and here because I have got some jewelries to paste it, and it won't paste on top of sandalwood paste, and that is the reason why I have not put sandalwood paste at 3 places. So I have covered shivling like this throughout with the sandalwood paste and try to smoothen it as much as possible. So in case if you also have got some jewelry and you would also like to paste it, then don't worry about it even if there is some water dripping here and there. We'll have to wait for the sandalwood paste to dry, and once it is dry we can just clean up this area and again we can put whatever jewelry that we need. So now we'll have to wait for some time to make sure that the sandalwood paste dries. So I'm going to put the fan for a very high speed and I'm going to leave it for a few minutes for this sandalwood paste to dry, and after that we can do the alankaram. Now the sandalwood paste on shivling has dried to some extent. It has been about 45 minutes since I left it under fan with a high speed, and the water dripping has stopped and it has started drying. It has not dried completely, because if it dries completely then this is the color we should be expecting. Okay, but what happens if it dries too much, then we may not be able to paint on it. So that is the reason why I'm going to paint on it while it is going to be semi-dry. Okay, now before I paint on it, I just want to clean up this area so that I should be able to stick the glue and all. And the way in which I do it is, I take some tissue, this is the kitchen tissue, I dip it in water at a corner like this. This particular corner is wet. And I'm going to use this corner to remove the extra sandalwood paste which is there. So now that it is all dry, I want to write a face for the shivling. So I'm going to start with the black paint. As I told you, if you don't want to use paint, you can always use kajal or otherwise eyeliner. Because I don't have it and I couldn't find it without waterproof, that is the reason why I'm taking this. I wanted a matte finish. So we start somewhere over here. Start with the eyebrow. So one eye is completed. In the similar way, we'll finish the other eye. So there you go. I have put the outline for both the eyes. Now before we draw the eyeball, we need to fill in the eyes with white color paint. So either we can use a vibhuti powder for this or we can use a white colored paint for this. Now I am coloring the internal part of the eye with white color. Don't worry if the white color is going to overlap the black color. We can always put the black outline later. So in the similar way, we can also put Trinetra for shivling. That is the third eye. So for that, we are going to put it in this shape. You can put a black outline later. We just need to give a couple of minutes for the white paint to dry, and again we can define it with the black paint. Now for the nose, either you can use this kind of Hari Chandan paste, that is kumkum paste, which comes in yellow color, or we can either use a yellow colored paint. It's totally up to you how you do it. Just in case if you want to use this one, let me show you on how to use it. So you will have to take little quantity of this into a plate. And you will have to add a few drops of water. And mix it thoroughly using a brush or your hand. So this is going to turn like a paint itself, okay? Just that it is going to be made out of chandan and turmeric. And as I already told you, there is nothing wrong in offering turmeric and kumkum to Shivling, because Shivling himself is Ardhanarishwar. There is another way in which the face can be done. What usually people do, especially in temples and all, is that they make the nose also using the sandalwood paste. Just like how we can make a nose for a Ganapati using clay. So in the similar way, they will be making nose, mouth, eyes and everything, okay? I'm not showing that part over here specifically because it's going to be difficult, and we are actually talking about worshipping and doing this alankaram in the night. And by the time most of us will be already tired because we would have done fasting and so on. So that is the reason why I'm not showing this. But if you really want to know how to do that kind of an alankaram, then you can leave a comment on this video and I'll be getting back to you with another video for that. So now for the nose, you will have to make a long drop shape first. You may have to apply multiple coats in case if you are using this turmeric chandan, that is yellow colored chandan. Okay, so once you have made this drop shape, then you will have to make 2 semicircles, one at the left and one at the right. Just make sure that this middle part should be longer than these two. So over here the mistake I have done is it is little short. So I'm going to pull it a little down and I'm going to make it a little long so that it looks like a nose. Just put a few coats so that this turmeric chandan is visible. Okay, and that more or less finishes the nose. Now to paint for the lips. So I had showed you that I'm going to use this kumkum paste. But what has happened is that this kumkum paste is waterproof, so which means it is similar to an oil paint. Okay, so this is quite thick. See, if I am trying to move it with my brush, it is not like other paints or anything. Yeah, it is quite thick. So in case if you want to make it thin, then you cannot mix this with water because this is going to be oil based, so you will have to mix it with oil. You can mix it with any oil like coconut oil or cooking oil or anything. It just has to be oil. Okay, and make sure that the oil is not thick. Like for example, if you are using palm oil and all, then in the winter it becomes thick. So it should not be that kind of an oil. It should be free flowing oil. Okay, so you can either use this kind of a kumkum, mix it with little bit of oil, just like the way I mixed this yellow colored chandan. In the same process you can mix it with oil and you can apply this, or otherwise you can again use a watercolored paint. There are many videos on my YouTube channel to clearly explain on how to define the eyes, nose and lips and all. So here are a few videos for that. So I'll be leaving link for all those videos in the description box of my video. So just in case you are finding it difficult to follow on how I am doing all these things, you can always refer to those videos. So this becomes the lips. In many of the temples, they also give a moustache for shivling. So that is totally up to you, because in some of the temples they don't have a moustache, and in some temples the shivling has got a moustache. So it's totally up to you on how you want to do it. So I think I'll be putting a moustache because this red lips is going to look like it is that of a Devi. So to just make sure that it is for shivling or for Lord Shiva, I'll be giving small moustache over here. But before that, let me define the eyes. So now you can see I have completed the third eye as well as these two eyes. So we can just put a small lid on top of these eyes just to make it look real. Use a very thin stroke of black line to do this. Otherwise the eyes will look very aggressive and it will look like it is the Raudra Rupa of Lord Shiva. So that is not what we want in our house, right? That is, we want a very calm and happy God in our house, and we don't want a very Rudra or very ferocious God in our house. So that is why when you are defining the eyes, Especially you have to be very careful, because if you overdo any of these lines, then it is going to look as if the god is very angry. So don't ever overdo it. And again, if you underdo it also, it will not look nice. That is, if you put too thin lines also, it will not look nice. So now you can see the eyes are completed. Now let me just put moustache. I'm going to put moustache like a Veerabhadra Swami. So that is another reincarnation of Lord Shiva. So for Veerabhadra Swami, this is how the moustache is going to be. And that is the shape I'm going to give. And there you go, the face is completed. Now in case if we want, we can also define the hair and all for Shivling, and that is what I'll be doing. So for that, we need to mark at the level where the eyebrow ends. Okay, so the eyebrow is going to end somewhere over here, and I have made a black dot. Similarly, I'll just make a black dot over here where the eyebrow is ending, so this becomes a reference for us. And from here we are going to draw curves like this. Okay, so let me show you how I'm doing it. So it's the same curve that you will have to keep taking it upwards like this. And there you go. So if you want, you can cover this part in black so that it looks like hair. Please note that I am not using too much of water when I am mixing for the watercolored paint. I am just using it directly. But in case if your paint is very dry, just use very little water, otherwise the sandalwood paste is again going to absorb water and it's going to become watery. So whatever efforts you have put in drying this sandalwood paste, I think it's just going to go off. So be very careful when you are doing that. So this way we'll cover the entire hair. You don't have to cover the entire shivling, even if you can cover the front part, that is okay for the hair. So here you can see, have completed defining the face for Shivling. Now we'll have to put the jewelry and make sure that it looks even more beautiful. So just one bit left is that I have not put the vibhuti. So let me just put it. So in case if you want to use a vibhuti which is like this to actually put lines over here, then you will have to make powder of this one. Sometimes vibhuti powder itself is readily available in the shops. So how you do it is, you just take a spoon and start rubbing like this, and it starts forming powder in this way. And you can just transfer this powder onto a plate and mix it with water, and then you can use the same to draw the lines for the vibhuti. So if you can see, here is the vibhuti powder. I'm just going to put some 3 to 4 drops of water and I'm going to mix it. So I'm just putting 2 to 3 drops of water to the vibhuti and I'm mixing it. Just remember that when you mix vibhuti, it's not going to be white in color, it's going to come grey in color. But when it dries, it's going to turn into white. So don't get alarmed in case the vibhuti turns grey after you mix it, okay? So you can use the same vibhuti paste to define the eyes also. You don't have to use the paint at all, in case if you have vibhuti and if you can get it. Now I have got this Nagabarna. This is something which I have made. So I've described all the jewelry that I'm going to use for today's Alankaram in this particular video. So in case if you want to know where to purchase it and all, you can always refer back to this video. So be very careful when you are putting extra jewelry because it is going to hurt the Alankaram that you have already made. So this completes Shivling decoration. Now let me show you on how to make Kailas Parvat and how to decorate the rest of the things for Shivling. So this part of the mountain that you are seeing behind Shivling, I have actually made it using cloth and cotton and sticks, and this is actually to represent Mount Kailasa. So in case if you guys are interested to know how to make this Kailasa mountain, then please do drop a comment and I'll be getting back to you with a video for that. So this finishes Shivling Alankaram with sandalwood paste. I hope you all have liked this video. If so, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get automatic notifications every time I release a new video. Thank you.